Oh. Okay. Well, I'm back. How much of that did you hear? Not that there was anything particularly spicy. No, this is Uncle John talking about. And like, it's just so funny he showed up. Because I had texted him earlier today. And of course, he's on the way back home from work, which is why he stopped in. And, you know, Em had been in earlier today talking about, you know, she's been trying to get, you know, my cousin and her coworker hooked up for a couple months now. And, you know, Uncle John's all for it. He's all excited about it. It's like, oh, totally, we need to get, yeah, absolutely, we should be getting them together. So there was lots of talking about how we were going to try and make that happen. Captain Dr. Pepper, welcome back 16 months! Thank you kindly. Yeah, sorry, I didn't think that was going to be that long. I wasn't sure what he stopped in for. He was just stopping in to say hi because he had seen my text earlier and was on the way home from work. You would have heard, like, measurements and stuff. We were talking about flooring for the room behind me. Rubber matting for the exercise area. Excuse me. Lots of you laughing, of course. Always laughing to be had in this family. Already thinking about what shirts you're gonna hang on that exercise equipment? Yes. What am I gonna dry? Snails. Why are there so many of you guys? Ah, yes, hello. Ow. How dare you? Lol. Alright. See ya! I admit to spending an unreasonable amount of time with complete futility trying to come up with a hybrid name for snail and snake. The fact that they both begin with 3 letters makes it the same 3 letters. Yeah. 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 Shit, that's true. Fuck. Oh yeah, I forgot they fucking do the explodey bit. Wrong potion? This whole place is such a friggin' mess. How? I just got meds to treat a semi-chest infection. Fantastic! When did you manage to get a chest infection? Hi. I'm back. Probably from waterboarding his immune system for a month. Oh, sore throat into a chest infection. Ugh. It's lupus. I would assume, given his doctor would have had to have been in very close quarters and doing several tests that involved tickling his tonsils with his penis, that they would have probably tested him for COVID. I would imagine before anything like that would go through, they would want to make sure what it is exactly they were dealing with. Would be my guess. There's still an absolutely, you know, bucket load of typical viruses floating around. It's not always COVID. It is competing heavily against, but it's not always COVID. It's probably protocol at this point would be to assume that it is until you're tested. And you've tested a couple times in the first 3 or 4 days of symptoms, and then if you're just not getting anything, it's probably just some other bullshit. Like, COVID hasn't completely outcompeted every single respiratory illness or general cold and flu. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, the cold is another form of a coronavirus. Coronavirus really got... Well, I mean, I think it was a case of very few people had ever actually heard of the scientific terminology to describe the cold virus until COVID came along, and now it's just like you hear, coronavirus, and it's only associated with COVID-19 and its lineage. Space Godzilla, I think, was probably one of the best memes. Space Godzilla was great. Well, luckily, now that you have your meds, you should be cleared up and right as rain in a few days. It's good to hear. I got a buddy of mine he's got 4 kids, mostly in the toddler range. He's had strep throat 4 times in like the last 5 months. That man is basically just living on antibiotics. What's for breakfast, honey? Antibiotics! Ryan's gonna end up being like the patient zero for some sort of super, like, antibiotic resistant form of strep. Oh yeah, well, I mean, we all remember what happened to Corona beer during the lockdown. I don't know if I would have ever associated or like had like thought about the Rona hardware store, but it does make sense because the short form. That's true. Yeah. Ryan's immune system's always been like fucking suspect. Like I'm shocked he didn't get like Rona like 87 times. But the he's got 4 kids, one has Down syndrome, and so obviously, his immune system is like non-existent. It's the nature of his condition, and so like just everything is, and it's like daycare and everything right now. Like kids right now are getting blasted with shit. It is bonkers. Every child under the age of like 10 is just in I shouldn't even say, like, under the age of like 15 is just in a perpetual state of decay. That's probably for the best, Zeth. Does Down syndrome have an impact on the immune system as well? Yes. It does. It does. To varying degrees based on the, because there is a spectrum of, of how severe it is, but... Sir, 92 months, welcome back! I too am in a perpetual state of decay. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Yeah. Yeah, poor Ryan. I was like, man. I remember growing up too, like Ryan, he always had bad migraines. Like when he was in the peak of puberty, the hormones were just throwing him all out of whack, and he had terrible migraines. And so we'd go to his house for lunch, and we'd just be walking back. Like his house was on the border of the school we went to, basically. So we just had to cut through the backyard, and we were more or less at the school. And we'd be walking through the backyard, and we'd be talking, and all of a sudden he'd just stop talking and stop walking, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. And I turn around, and he was so used to it, he wouldn't even, like, it wouldn't even faze him. Just stop walking, just fucking projectile vomit in one direction. basically emptying everything he had just eaten for lunch, and then would just keep walking and continue talking. just streams. I went and updated from last night, and you're officially at 110 bosses killed. Let's go. Let's go. How are his teeth? Fine, actually, thankfully. There was some concern there for a while. Just like if you had somebody with, like, bulimia or something along those lines, other eating disorders, but, yeah, his teeth are okay, thankfully. Right, so we'd already done all this. I remember being pretty thorough here to begin with anyway. Oh yes, this goes down. A 110 bosses killed. Bruh. How did you even remember all the ones that I fucking took out? It's crazy. 110 bosses. I feel like there's a chance that that may be too many bosses. You know what I mean? Oh, you've got fucking spreadsheet. Okay. Bless you. Spreadsheets! Pivot tables! Constantly telling cells that you want it to be a date and not some arbitrary currency. Oh, well, that's true, it's entirely possible, but that sounds about right. How the day goes by when I'm not counting myself fortunate for having such an aggressive and resilient immune system, not just because of COVID, never had the flu once in my life and maybe a half dozen colds and that's it. Phenomenal! I was a saint for my parents growing up because I essentially never had any of the illnesses from school that everyone else had, until I got to, like, junior high school. I'd have, like, a cold that would last 3 days or something once a year, and that was the show. And then I had, in my life, like, the honest-to-God flu, I think I've had, like, twice. So I've been very lucky in that regard as well. Hey, now my net worth in April 14th makes perfect sense. Yeah, never had the airport or airplane memes. I only went to a handful of conventions, but I never got the convention flu. Thank God. I'm getting older now, I'm sure this is gonna start to change. The big portion is I need to start exercising again more to help with my immune system. My diet is fine. But the exercise is severely lacking, and by severely lacking I mean does not exist. Well, if that's the case, then wonderful. The point even when you don't show symptoms of either. Oh yeah, I don't think anyone's disputing the fact that asymptomatic transmission is a thing. Just in terms of becoming symptomatic. Oh right, yes, this fucking magnificent memery. Okay, we gotta bring out the seal. Wait, why is that? Yes, Aeolus. What am I doing? Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Put in the wrong friggin' hand. Like, why am I not able to use my seal? The seal allows you to use incantations. Types of magic. Oh god. This place truly is a just absolute meme. Another somber 8, eh? Hello, sir. An Aeonian butterfly. Why in the fuck does he have one of those? It's a little odd. Man, the scarlet rot down here is so fucking persistent. Okay, what boss am I on? Not a clue. First time through, we're not in the midst of actually fighting one. I'm actually backtracking a bit. Looking for some stuff that I might have missed when I first came through certain areas. That's what we're in the midst of doing right now. Oh. I have killed Margit, but you'll read the command that somebody just put in chat, just for the safety of not spoiling me or somebody else that maybe hasn't watched or played the game for themselves. It's usually safest to avoid asking questions like that, where you're asking for boss names or places and things of that nature, just so that you don't inadvertently spoil things. I can't imagine there being much else out here that we didn't get. I mean, I'll walk around the edge, but there's not really anything there. We've already cleared out. I gotta check the other side. But I could just do this to save myself some time. I think you should try on that headpiece just to see what it looks on. Which headpiece was it? This one? The mushroom crown? Wow, that is heavy armor, comparatively speaking. Huh. Raises attack power when something nearby suffers from poison or rot. So if you had a Scarlet Rot or Poison build, be intriguing just to see what, incredible. Intriguing just to see what, the damage increase actually is. Yeah, so like for example, I was, when I first started playing the game, this is the example I always get, when I first started playing the game, we left the first area to get out into the open world, and the game, like, theoretically wants you to go south, and I ended up going, or sorry, north, and I ended up going south. And then I ended up getting to, like, the cutscene, for a boss, like, 50 hours in. So, the order of operations can be wildly variable for, different playthroughs, for sure. Good aim, Adam. Could be Dung Eater, but I think I ascertained his armor wasn't Wasn't better than what we were using. That was just the boss, which we cleared. Come on. Are we fighting or are we fighting? Better in non-numeric qualities. The qualitative sides of things and not the quantitative. Oh. Thought you were gonna garden. Oh, I see. Well, it's a frozen brick at the moment, babe. We have... Okay, well, I doubt it will be done thawing until 10 o'clock tonight. But... we have leftovers, babe. The chicken is still in there. Ay caramba. Have fun. Do you have the key? Well, get the key and lock the door. I'm gonna have to start buying like $70,000 worth of groceries in a week and just absolutely filling the fridge with pre-cooked food, because otherwise it's just gonna be a never-ending meme. Every night it's what's for dinner. Like, what do you mean what's for dinner? I just literally cooked 2 days worth of food yesterday. That's not enough. Oh, okay. My apologies. I will quadruple the amount. For the next one. You know what drives me nuts? As I mentioned last night, I could take something out to thaw. Put it in the fridge. It would have been thawed by now. Like, no. And now here we are. 6 o'clock. At night. Well, I'm thawing the pork. In what? The sun? Don't start a domestic. Fucking, no offense, Shady, but Jesus, Lord have mercy, women. Honest to God. Too complicated. Too complicated. You're complaining about one woman, don't group us. I mean, I've been in 3 long-term relationships with 3 wildly different types of women from 3 totally different countries. And you know what the unifying thing is amongst all of them? too goddamn complicated. Complicate everything. Stuff that doesn't need to be complicated. Very straightforward, simple things. Unimaginably straightforward. Like, it's, in this instance, it's as simple as last night. I was like, look, I was like, I could just bring out some, take out the beef, put it in the fridge. We'll have it ready to go. It'll be thawed. But no. And now things have gotten complicated. It's already dinner hour. She's telling me the food I cooked yesterday is not enough food for the two of us. For leftovers. And we have nothing thawed. And for what purpose? To what end? Dutch women aren't complicated, they're impossible to deal with. Well, I don't have a wide enough sample to specify to that level. I'm just saying that 3 different women, 3 different cultures and countries. One unifying concept. Women complicate shit that don't need to be complicated. Nope, those 3 women do. Look, listen. We don't need to turn this. We don't need to turn this into a Twitter not all men situation. Okay. Everyone understands that this is not a situation in which literally every woman to have ever lived and currently living and will live fall into this category. But if you look at a bell curve on that bitch, the bell curve is there for a reason. It seems like Shady is complicating this discussion. I didn't want to say it. Oh my lord. As a female, I can attest to most women being overly complicated. It is what it is. Most women that I've met also just agree. Like, they understand. It's like men understand that we can be completely oblivious at times. That's we get it. We know our lane. You're not going to get a fight on that front. We're dumb. We can be oblivious. This fight's already happened, Kitty. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I already sent him to the Shadow Realm. I one-tapped his ass. I turned him into fucking paste on the ground and I pissed on his ashes. I'm sorry you missed this part of the show. You can watch it in the VOD. It only lasts about 90 seconds. So now all I'm left with is this, because clearly there's some other quest line that I have not completed to allow me to go past this door. And I have this nagging feeling that fucking what's-her-face may have something to do on the other side of this, because this is guaranteed an elevator that goes to the damn plateau above ground that we can't get to otherwise. Right there. Have you seen that TikTok of that guy who gets a sandwich and is cut in half, goes to give his girl one half and she tears into him about why he did not give her the other half. And it goes on and he ends up getting frustrated and taking a bite out of both halves, saying it's the same. Ha! Yes. Glorious. So that's kind of just this whole zone. So which makes me think that this has got to be, you know, it is what it is. So I'm not seeing any other NPC visits that make sense here. I guess I could go talk to Kenneth for the 80th time. You know what? Let's go talk to Ken. See if he's been so oblivious, like we just talked about men being, to, you know, the whole Erd tree being blown the fuck up, that he still doesn't know who he's gonna put on the throne. Let's find out. Let's go see Ken. Imagine summoning here, unless they just planted a fucking new god mode friggin' set of enemies in here. No? Okay. Excuse me, sir. Did you have fun with the giant? Oh, the fire giant? Oh, Shadow Realm. Shadow Realmed them.
I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the...
Ken, I gotta be honest. I think you have a problem. The second phase is cool, but it was also the second time we watched a boss rip off an appendage and attack us with it, so... Lost a little bit of the shock factor. I mean, his name is Kenneth in this world. So I mean, how is he not a twerp? Like, your name's Kenneth. Like, in a land of people called Praetor Rykart, who is like an abomination demigod living in a place called the Volcano Manor. This is a man named Kenneth living in Fort Height. Not exactly prestigious, one would say. Alexander is a basic name, but it fits thematically. You know, it is a name that one would associate with a medieval nature more than Kenneth. And also, yes, he's a giant pot. So you could have named him fucking Bobathy, and nobody would have questioned that shit. Korean guy. Yeah, geez, I'm a little lost for ideas here. This is so great. Well, I only have a left channel. I'm just hearing violins in my left ear. Where have I not thoroughly investigated? Oh yeah, wait a minute. I want to see... Excuse me. My goodness. Ah, see, this is why I was interested. Word. They love their friggin' katanas in this, eh? Just swimming in katanas. A thrust that cannot be blocked. That's a long katana. Oh, why am I yawning so much? I need to trim my beard. It's getting to the point where I've got to wipe my mustache every time I take a drink of something. Oh, did you get the full treatment, Zeth? Babyface? Full press reset kind of a situation? I look 17 again. There you go. All baby faced up. Better take it on a date first, Adam. Can I go this way with this, just for a meme? Without dying a horrible death? Nope. Oh god, where is it gonna put my fucking runes? They got 114,000. I've made a terrible mistake. I can't stop yawning. I'm not even tired. Sometimes I get like that though, like once I yawn once, just like the perpetual yawn. Oh, you know what the worst fucking feeling in the world is? When you feel like you need to yawn. Your brain is craving oxygen. Well, I can't imagine why. The friggin' air exchange is on all the time and I'm breathing pretty normally. My O2 is never below 90 fucking 8 if I stop breathing. But you never know. Yeah, the worst thing in the fucking world is when you have to yawn, and you start the yawn, but you never get to that, like, that point in the yawn where it feels finished. And so you're, like, perpetually trying to force yourself to yawn, to get the yawn to actually be over, and until you do, you have to fucking yawn like 1,000 times. And it's just brutal. You just end up looking like a snake unhinging its jaw in an attempt to freaking get it to happen. The worst I ever had that was when I was quite young. We're driving to New Brunswick for like a family thing. Oh, God, a family thing, and I remember I only remember where we were in the province at this point. Anyway, we were on like a back road, and I started yawning, and I couldn't get it to fucking happen, and it was like an hour and a half of trying to get the yawn to happen. And it just wasn't fucking happening. And I was just so salty. Well, I died for a second there. I don't know if it's a myth or not. It makes logical sense, which doesn't mean it's true, but it does make logical sense. Oh, I've already done that tower. Where, like, if your body was lacking a little bit of oxygen in general, a yawn is a good way to force yourself to take a deep breath. Which would, I guess, in turn, increase your O2 to a degree. But it's true. There's several reasons why we yawn. Cools your brain down? Well, my brain must be fucking scorching right now because I can't stop yawning. Overheating from processing Elden Ring. Yeah, quests without a tracker. Clearly. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I have been pretty fucking thorough in my map exploration. Shit, Adam, stop yawning. I'm getting to the point where, like, my throat's getting tired from yawning. Ah, yes, hello. I might hand banana something here. We'll see. Just murder everyone in here. No. Oh god, I got you guys yawning? My apologies. Fucking hell. Nothing like just completely memeing on level 1 enemies to really get the blood pumping. Good lord. The fuck is that? Ah. I guess I could go and see the Turtle Pope. Briefly. Once I remember where Turtle Pope is. Nope, not this one. It's like up here somewhere. Ah. That's him!
Greetings. Do you need anything? Oh, what have very well. Let heresy all things.
Oh my lord, some of this shit is expensive.
Oh, what have very well. Heresy all thing. Oh, very well. Heresy all thing. Oh, what have very well. Heresy all thing.
They could have gave him like, you know, one other voice line. A massive ball of raging fire for 30 faith. One FP. That's gotta be like a 2 damage fucking... Oh, you can hold it. That's why. Oh my. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, we'll start with a hand banana. In order to go up north, is it necessary for me to continue on over here on the island? No. So I'm doing something in a place that I've already been in. Alright, fair ball. Is it part of a quest line, or is it simply an area to be found? Area to be found? Does it require an item that I don't have in order to get there? Catching up on messages. Yes, but I don't know if you have it or not. Yes, with an asterisk. An item to get to the zone or an item to find out how to get to the zone. Let's say an item to get into. I don't mean like have an item to read the description that tells you where to go. Alright, so it requires an item. Does it have to do with the frenzied flame? No? Okay. So there's a key item, and then a place to go. I don't have said item, and I've evidently not been in the location in which I would have to use it anyway. Well, I'll ask that. I know I've been in the region, but am I just not thinking of it? Have I been to this spot before? Like, I'm trying to think of where else I haven't been on the fucking map, where it would make sense for it to be. I have not been to the specific named location where the item is. You've been to the region. Wowzers. Alright, let's start with, I guess, the boring task of looking at my key items and see if there's anything that stands out about a location. We got keys here, but that's not going to be it. Oh, clearly it's this. So we've got... So the rolled elevator goes in two directions. But we're missing one half of this medallion. Huh. That's gotta be it. Where the fuck did I pick that up, though? Not that it matters, they could put them in two fucking arbitrary locations. I suspect they're both in the northern part of the map. Yeah, hand banana where I got that first I think it's the left half. would be a good reminder. Right. Guy disguised as a pot in the land of the albinos. I believe he mentioned his daughter had the other half. Oh my god, what was the rest of his dialogue though? I don't know if he even gave a hint. He just said the name. I don't think he mentioned a place. I mean, I've really thoroughly looked in that location, so having both be there would be weird, but it's our only lead right now, so I'll go here. Oh, and he dies immediately after giving you the thing, so I can't remember what his dialogue is. If anyone is a Google Fu master and can give me his dialogue, that would be fucking amazing. I don't think he mentions anything about location. I think he just mentions that his daughter has the other half, or to take that piece that we have and get it to her. Yeah, that was, yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, he was like here. Hmm. Oh, there you go, Kalutz, thank you. Right. Yes. Right. Latenna. I don't know if we ever fucking ran into... I can't imagine we would have and not just immediately handed it to her. Alright, thanks, Aeolus. I definitely feel like I would have remembered if I met her. So... now the question becomes, where the fuck would they be hiding her that we haven't met her yet? Wow. I would be very confused if it wasn't in the northern part of the map. I can't quite fathom it not being in the northern part of the map. I guess it's also entirely possible that given how thorough we've been, she's in just a really insanely obscure, bordering on meme location. Like, where would they put... Oh, yeah, wait a minute. That's where the other D is. Let me go talk to D real quick. We have some belongings, theoretically. My own, yes. Alright. Maybe we just need a reset. Other D, who else is a D? There was a guy that sat at the round table. If you read the armor, they're, supposedly 2 different souls, 1 body, which was weird because he was sitting at the round table, but also there's a corporeal form down here. And so, bit of an odd one that. Oh, and there he goes. Not here. Oh, sorry, other way around. 1 soul, 1 soul, 2 bodies? My apologies. I wonder if he goes back here.
I'll stay at the round table, for I must learn all that can be and sear it. How could I call myself the all? There are 4 more. Nicola, his twin, Loon.
Right, the Hallig tree is where we're trying to go. Na, 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 na. Well, he's not at the chair.
I've upset the girl.
Oh, jeez.
She says that now my chains are broken, I'm free. That if I stay here, I will be ruined with the round table. What use have I for freedom now? I smith weapons to slay a god. I have lived and will die doing so upon this spot. Is there any other way?
I'm sure we can come up with something. pretty certain of it.
Ah, you, please. It's pathetic, I know, but...
Oh,
please. It's pathetic, and... So you know already, do you? Right. It's true. My father cast me out for indulging my emotions, forgetting the mission, punishment for offing his pawns. Lord Gideon has offered me guidance all my life. I would have done anything for him, to place him on the throne of Elden Lord. And yet though it was not my intent, I betrayed him. And I can no longer trust in Father. To think he'd order his men to enact such tragedy. Where is the justice he purports in that? He once told me that if he became Elden Lord, he would never allow the downtrodden to be cheated ever again. Was he simply lying to me?
well, if I become the Elden Lord, I'm going to burn down the... Oh, wait.
No. How could I say that? Father has
Why isn't this all
always
just
given me
one,
his
like,
guidance.
text string? One of my pet peeves about Dark Souls games is that you have to talk to the NPCs like 86 fucking times because you never know when it's actually the end.
No, how could I...
Like, now I know it is, but now I've like listened to her say the same thing twice. Game really does not like that transition from that room out. Stutters every time.
Lay out your arms.
I...
Well,
So just so everyone's clear,
what's it?
this guy is evidently the father of the girl we were just talking to downstairs.
The pursuit of knowledge is without end. Thus, I meant to. Perhaps the same good is to say whether we'll remain. What do you think?
Yes, adoptive. Oh. Where? Yeah, evidently originally they did not have the icons for the NPCs move around the map, which is just unhinged behavior. Where the fuck would they be hiding this bitch? Alright, hand banana, on a scale of 1 to 10, how obscure is the location that they've stuck this bitch? Nine? Holy shit. Fucking hell. Alright. Interesting. Is it a place I've already been that she shows up at a later time, so I'd have to have gone back to, or have I never actually been where she is? I've never been there, but I've been close. Does it have to do with one of the belfry towers? Out of curiosity. No? Okay. Didn't think so, I just wanted to make sure because I was pretty certain I was thorough at those spots. But that's like the first thing that came to mind when, you know, obscure. Like maybe it's a belfry location. Where... I don't know if I've ever been up in that. Looks like it's possible from somewhere. I doubt this has anything to do with it, but I want to check something. When you find her, one of the first thoughts is, how did this bitch get in here? Perfect. Exactly what I would want to hear. Shut your whore mouth. I was close. That's interesting. Very interesting. Although I guess that shouldn't be surprising. I've canvassed like an enormous amount of the map. It's true, there's somehow always more. That is very true. The epitome of late night infomercials. But wait! There's more! Hey, what up, Super? Oh, very nice. Sometimes, but wait, it's more, and sometimes it's, you're gonna love my nuts. That's one of the greatest lines in fucking infomercial history. You're gonna love my nuts. Like, everyone knew what was happening there. Right? Everyone clearly understood what was happening. And they went ahead with it. Oh, wait, is this where the... Oh, you know what else I need to venture into today? If this isn't the spot here, it looks like it might be. Yeah. Fucking, Sauron's fucking up here, I think. I keep forgetting that I wanted to go and check that out. Because I hadn't gone back. Bro, that's a fucking... I haven't even... I had not been up here. Somehow. Oh, the Djibouti dubs. Rhinestones, rhinestones, fucking rhinestones. Arts and crafts, fuck. Djibouti dubs, goated YouTube channel. Oh, let's see. Gee, I wonder what could be all the way the fuck up here. I can't imagine it being something like a goddamn elder dragon or some meme fucking... Great. Before we go that way, I want to go this way. I'm out picking my kid up for dinner and decided to stream post. Oh boy. All of your anticipation does not have me suspicious at all. I bet this whole area is just a fucking cakewalk. Just a nice casual meme. Oh. Alright, we got a little cave action. What's over here? Volcano Cave. Marvelous. How do I find the horse combat? Kind of horrific. Who is better at Souls games, you or Jeff? It's a random question. I'm not even sure how I would quantify that. I don't think either of us are particularly adept at them, to be fair. We're probably both pretty average. I have things that are outliers in my playthroughs, and I think he does too. Like, like I beat Ornstein and Smo on my first attempt. There are many bosses I've first attempted that people were impressed with. But in general, I think we're both just very average Souls players. Would Steve's skirmish info count as hand banana territory? Like, just letting me know of maybe some mechanics that I have perhaps missed out on? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, look at that. Fucking boss door already. Spectacular. Kinda? Alright, well that kinda sounds like it's... sketch. Alright, go ahead, Kalutsi. What do you got? Inform me on the magical world of Steve skirmishing. This seems very odd to have this here. Just right off the rip. Didn't I already kill you? You can attack on both sides of Steve using left and right bumpers. Word? Okay. I'll try to remember that. Oh yeah, no, I definitely never thought that they would switch. I thought it was just based on the weapon that you had equipped on which side. The old jar cannon meme. Which counts as a ballista. 34 strength. Holy shite. Uses explosives to fire great bolts. Deals great damage, but is slow to reload. Experimental firearm brought to the assault on Volcano Manor, where it was discovered that no one knew how to use it. Typical. Typical. Imagine if all of them just never attacked you ever again after killing the queen. Oh god, that'd be the best boss in the game. Never have to fight another demi-human. Glorious. Can the game figure out how to swing the weapon? There we go. Tripping out. Swinging at nothing. Okay. I'm just gonna chill here for a second. As I need to use the washroom, I'll be right back.